ratio of what is shot to what is broadcast. But the added difficulty here is that it's not like an observational documentary about a person. It's like 9 cameras covering a sports event at sea.
What?
Yeah, it's a bit scary actually. It's a feature film to cover the next America's Cup, which is kind of like the Formula One of yachting. So we've got 4 boats, 4 guys on the land, and then we've got a chopper as well. So that's 9 cameras. And my job is to get all that footage, duplicate it, and then turn it into a format that they can edit with. And all along the way, making sure that when they're finished editing it, that edit stuff refers back to the original source files, which will be like 6K. There's no point in like getting the 6K, making it like 1K, as it were, so that you can edit with it. Because pretty much no editing system in the world will edit anything bigger than 1K.
Yeah.
There may be something in somebody's laboratory, I don't know, but it's certainly not used in the industry. So you've got to make it 1K, but then you don't want the final file that spits out of the editing system to be 1K. That's shit. Like you just threw away 5K.
Yeah.
So what you do is you link that low resolution file back to the high resolution file. That's kind of called online. That just basically means that some very clever men with clever machines can link your edited Avid not to the 1K file that's sitting on the Avid's computer, but actually link it to like these massive files and create this lovely high quality final version.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So you've got 6K at the beginning of the process, shrink it to 1K, and then hopefully you link it back to the original 6K, and then export the damn file, and then it looks lovely, shiny 6K.
Yeah. That sounds so complicated.
Although it won't be 6K in the end, because most of the cinemas on planet Earth only project at 2K, as you probably know by now. So, is it overkill? No, not really, because in compressing a 6K image down to a 2K image, there's still lots of nice image quality that's retained.
Yeah.
So it's not like all your good work was thrown away and you might as well have just shot 2K the whole way.
Yeah.
No, the 6K is still a good thing. It's still masses and masses of data, and just the precision of having that many pixels is a quite impressive thing.
Yeah, Richard Salmon yesterday said much the same thing, that you could film in HD and then film in 4K and compress both down to 2K, or get it as close as you can to 2K. But if you film in 4K, you're still ending up with a much bigger amount of information that you're then compressing down. So you might still have a compressed file, but it's still bigger than anything else you would have filmed.
Yeah,
so it always does end up looking better. Yeah, it's quite interesting. He also told me that, I read in articles that the BBC is filming Survivors, I think it is, their documentary in 4K. And it's going to be released in 4 years' time, because the BBC wants to stay ahead of it. So in 4 years' time, you never know, there could be people with 4K TVs wanting to see content and look, here's our new shiny documentary that looks amazing.
So the beauty is you have that flexibility. So right now, let's say our feature film, which I've just talked about, never goes to cinema, so we never need to produce a 2K version. We just produce a standard 1K version, and then you hand it over to the broadcaster and they stick it on their channel.
Yeah.
If there's a scenario in 10 years where the cinema is suddenly like, that's a great movie, we want it, we can just set the computer to now produce the higher quality 2K or 4K or 6K version. That's still a possibility we can have in the future, but it's also appropriate. It's appropriate for now, and it's appropriate for the future, which is not often the case with this technology. Often it's just like, well, that'll probably be alright for the next 3 years, and then something will come along.
Yeah.
I think it'll be more than 3 years before people have 4K TVs. So, in theory, company says, hey, we want a 4K version of that thing you already exported from your system, can you, you know?
Yeah.
So you make a good point that, like, all this talk about legacy and future-proofing, i.e. just like, will it look good in 5 or 10 years? Will it be acceptable? Will it? There's always talk about that stuff because people put value on it, and you can always charge more for it if you say, hey, this will last longer for some reason.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's not bullshit to just sell their product. All this talk about legacy and it'll last longer. I think it genuinely will, because as you say, it's going to take ages for TVs to catch up. Like, TVs were kind of like went HD like 2 years ago, really. What 70% of the TVs are probably 16:9 HD TVs now.
Yeah.
But so how long would it take? But they came out 5 years ago. You know the whole theory about laggards and early adopters, and how any technology has this like 3% of people who are called early adopters that just buy it at a ridiculous price because they love technology.
Yeah.
And then there's this big group in the middle that's basically like people like our parents.
Yeah.
So when that big group in the middle, they pick it up, that's when you're making a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then there's this group at the end, it's probably like our grandparents, and they're called laggards, and they'll come in late, but they will eventually do it.
Yeah.
So anyway, how long is it going to take for our parents with a 4K TV?
Probably quite a while, because I talk to my parents and ask them, you know, would you buy an 84-inch 4K TV and stick it in the living room? And they go, how much is it? Oh, about £22,000 to £25,000. No, I don't think so, dear. No, we're not going to buy that. I mean, they were so not excited about 3D, and 3D is just, it's a feature that's included in a lot of HD tellies, but no one really buys it for that.
I can see why 3D would appear to be more exciting than HD, because it's like something substantially different. 4K.
Yeah.
It's something substantially different. Whereas 4K is just an enhancement on picture quality, and some people don't consciously like really look at picture quality.
Yeah.
I could show my girlfriend 2 videos. One was compressed H.264, and I don't think she'd probably comment on the story and not the quality of the picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it seems that 3D, but I do think 4K is a bigger selling point than 3D in a way, because people who really care about their image, that really prioritise aesthetics when they watch things and shoot things, and those people get more of a kick out of 4K than 3D. 3D is maybe just seen as gimmick.
Yeah.
Don't know actually. 3D versus 4K. If the question is what do consumers care more about, I think we don't know yet, because we know 3D is not done that well, right?
Yeah.
And we're about to find out about 4K. I think it will be. It's not a very big, from a salesman's point of view, it's not a big wow sale. Like 3D, wow. That's like jumping into the screen. 4K is like, it's just more pixels so it looks sharper.
Yeah.
Most people will be like, But I think that when, for the aesthetes, like the people into their aesthetics, who I say 10% of the market, they give a shit more about 4K and stuff than 3D. And I think when people see the 4K, they'll be like, alright, that's like almost as good as the cinema. The quality will impress them when they see it. I just don't think the concept of saying to somebody, 4 times more pixels, that's not a sexy idea, really.
No. Yeah, I do know what you mean. So, with filming in 4K, how did that affect, workflow, and just how is it different to filming something in HD or with a normal camera? Because it's quite difficult to find an industry perspective on it, because obviously it's all about the manufacturers are pushing these, like at the Consumer Electronics Show that they have every year in Las Vegas. I've read quite a lot of articles from that comparing the different years. Last year and the year before, it was all about 3D. They had 3D everywhere, whereas this year, that's just, well, this current year, it's all 4K, and just everyone is pushing that. So that's the impression I've got. It's all 4K, buy it now. We'll give you, set boxes that have a terabyte's worth of films and stuff, and where's the other content? Don't worry about that. It'll come later. Trust us, it's fine. Well, no, there's nothing there. But it's difficult to find anything of people who are actually going out there and filming it, or like you say, editing it. How complex the process has become.
There's 3 stages here, like the filming, the data management, just getting it from the camera to an editor, and then the editing. So, filming, you have to pay a lot less attention to the exposure, because when you shoot in 4K, you shoot in these raw formats, which have a massive amount of latitude, i.e. you can shoot like an exposure which is roughly correct, and then later on you can like brighten it up or darken the picture without like fucking the picture up. There's something called corruption. When you brighten and darken a picture, you get corruption sometimes, like little
artifacts,
pixely bits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And in lower quality formats that happens really quickly as soon as you try to alter the image. But there's a massive, huge scope for the alteration of the image in 4K post-production, which means that in the production phase they don't have to stress about, is that perfectly exposed? Because they'll be, as they say, they'll be able to fix it in post. And in fact they will be fixing it in post. They will undoubtedly tweak the image shot by that DP, whether he likes it or not. So yeah, exposure. You now have to choose, a lot of these cameras, you now have to choose a compression rate inside the camera. So even the raw, the raw format is so big that you can't actually shoot like just totally raw. You still need to set the camera to do some compression inside its own brain as it's filming, which is tricky, because there'll be arguments. Some guy will say, shoot a ratio of 5:1 compression, and another guy's saying, shoot 8:1 or 12:1, and so there's a range of like between 2:1 and 20:1, I think, and some genius has to come up with a plan as to what would be the best compression rate given the circumstances. So 5:1 is considered to be like a sort of sweet spot of compression, whereby you still have loads of data and you can still manipulate it without getting any corruption in the image when you mess with it. But 5:1 is still pretty damn big. So if the image quality was less important and speed was more important, speed meaning like a compression ratio which is greater means you produce smaller files which come off the camera quicker, which duplicate quicker, which get sent to the editor as QuickTime files quicker. So if that's, like I did a music video where that was important, and they were like saying let's shoot compression 5:1, that's a thing we need to think about that we've never had to think about, really. Well, I'm just thinking focus is pretty much the same. Exposure. Did you want to know?
You said there were two other bits. It was wasn't it getting the footage from the camera to the editor and then editing itself?
Yeah. So the getting the footage off the camera onto the computer is slower because everything is big files, and you get the footage off the camera. It's a cartridge which is handed to you, and you plug it into like a cartridge reader, and that goes onto the computer, right?
Oh, right.
Well,
okay.
The cartridges are like 256 gigabytes each, so they're expensive. So you don't, when you hire a camera, you don't tend to get many of them. Hence the time it takes for you to get it from the camera operator, download it, duplicate it, and then return. You only, then return it to the camera operator. No, NB, you only ever return the cartridge once you've made 2 copies of it. Although we didn't do that at Crafts, but you've got to make 2 copies of it, then hand it back. Well, because you only get, say, 2 or 3 cartridges in a kit, it's so expensive. Sometimes there's pressure on you to get that done really quickly, and then hand it back, because you might need that cartridge straight away. So that is a problem.
Yeah.
That's why we need like super fast computers. So for example, in the yachting dock, the computers we need to do this, because there's say 8 or 10 cartridges just like hit the desk at the same time, and we have to like download them, duplicate them. We're actually commissioning one of the world's like leading computer manufacturers to build us a sort of small supercomputer to do it. Like, we can't just go into a shop and buy a computer to do this. We need to. So like, we're speaking to boffins about them creating custom built computers that can deal with it. And then, as I've mentioned, it gets duplicated, right? Before you do anything, you just get 2 copies of the footage. Well, the footage, we reckon the footage is going to be like 300 terabytes. But then we'll need 2 copies, so that's 600 terabytes. So we're almost going to have what's called a petabyte, which is a higher level of. So again, that's just fucking insane IT stuff that's really beyond me, actually, because I'm not an IT expert. So we're having to. This is fairly exceptional, but we are having to commission IT professionals to come into this project and custom build computer systems for its work, which is a real. We don't really like that, because that brings in unknown factors and complications. What if the computer system breaks and they're not there and I have to fix it? Things like that.
Yeah.
But we're going to have to do it because we've got a director who's shooting 9 cameras, and they want their footage to be kind of dealt with within 24 hours of it coming to us, and we can't let it sit there on a shelf for 2 weeks and just slowly work our way through. It's like, he wants it done.
Yeah.
Within 24 to 36 hours. So that's the big problem in the data transfer, data storage aspect. Then the next bit, I think, I don't really see many problems in the next bit. The next bit is you do a transcode, you convert 6K into 1K, you plug it into an Avid. That's all good. I don't see any problems with that. I will say that the people who do the logging will now have to log in Avid, whereas some people like to log the files before they're put into Avid. There's other ways, other bits of software and stuff that you can log files with. That's not going to be an option for us, because we can't change the file names of any of the files, because they won't link back can't like change that file name to good wide shot or whatever, and then just stick it in Avid. That's gonna fuck things right up. And in fact, I'm a bit scared. There's a lot of I'll tell you what is a big thing here. There's a lot, because of these complicated workflows and stuff, there's a lot of conference calls and group discussions and stuff, which can be quite confusing. So I'm in the middle of one right now. I need to get back to these Americans later on, and it's constantly evolving, and it's quite hard actually to keep track.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like people going off in the complete wrong, like for half a day they'll be talking in the wrong direction because I haven't come in at the beginning and said, oh actually that's not something, we need to do that. And anyway, that's the nature of work, I suppose, just teamwork.
It seems like a lot of it is because there is no established workflow or system that works for it yet, that a lot of it is making it up as you go along.
A lot of it is, but I mean, it shouldn't be now really, but if you're doing something like a music video that people, but this is, 6K feature-length docs with 9 cams, that's definitely like unknown territory. And I'm partly responsible for that, I have to say. I'm thinking that responsibility has to come at some point in your life, I suppose.
Oh dear, that does sound a bit scary.
And our exec producer, I know this is getting way off topic now, but our exec producer is quite a big guy. I think he's worked with like Matt Damon, King Ben Affleck. Oh yeah, he was producer of like Mission Impossible. He's a pretty big guy. Oh fucking hell, actually, it's like Top Gun, Terminator, Mission Impossible.
Oh wow.
Star Trek. He's younger than me.
Oh, don't you hate people like that?
Yeah.
I felt that watching the Olympics. You go look, he's 19! He's 19! Look what he's done, he's won a gold medal!
Get how young they are, those athletes. Does that have boring detail about that bit?
Yeah, I think so. Wondering what else to ask now, because I'm looking at how it impacts production, because I've spoken with Richard Salmon about how it affects, more sort of looking at marketing and consumers and more in a global sense what's going on. And from his point of view, they're still sorting out a hell of a lot of stuff. So even the 4K TVs that are on sale now, they're not quite right, because some of them won't be able to handle the frame rate that is yet to be decided internationally. Because all the different countries are going, no, this is the best way to do it. No, this is the best way to do it. But that doesn't match with our system. So they're all getting together to decide what is the standard universally for this. And that hasn't yet been decided. And yet manufacturers are going, here, buy a 4K telly, it'll display that. But give it a year or two, will it actually be able to display what the content's being put out as? Maybe not.
Is there a dispute between like 25 frames and 30 frames? Or
and more. Like 100 frames and more. Because they're talking about, he got very technical into, things that rotate that way on the camera and things that go that way, because the eye can only track one object, the other one appears to blur. And there's something about rotating pictures, and it all got very technical, so they're really trying to hammer out the real specifics about what the human eye can see, the best way that it can be mimicked, and all of this. So they're just getting down to the real nuts and bolts of it. Kind of the bits that the manufacturers don't care about, honestly, because they have to come against marketers, and they're going, well, you want to push this aspect of it, but we're here to tell you it can't be done, or it can't be done yet. And they're going, right, well, you don't understand. It's like people speaking in a foreign language trying to come to some sort of agreement despite the fact they're both speaking English. They just can't really get their heads together on it. So, the impression I got from that interview was it really seemed like the whole thing was really in its infancy.
I've just thought of a big advantage for us in production. Normally, when you shoot higher frame rates, like say 100, 120, 150, there's quite a substantial reduction in the quality of the image. So if it's an HD camera, sometimes you have to actually change it into SD mode, like 720 by 576, and then you the high frame rate stuff, and then you switch back to HD to shoot your normal stuff. That's what the EX3 would do that we used.
Oh, right.
With these, the beauty of these 4K cameras and 6K cameras is you can shoot high frame rates, but still at a really big picture size. So it's the first time really we've been able to shoot high frame rate, but with like a lot of pixels in the image, rather than having to shoot with less.
Oh, right. Okay, that's cool.
So in other words, and when do you use like a lot of slow-mos and frame rates and stuff, music videos?
Yeah.
So you're able to the picture quality of music videos is excellent now because of these cameras, whereas if you did a slow-mo before, it wouldn't have looked as nice. So that's a definite advantage for us.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else to ask, because it's quite difficult to get any information off the internet about, industry-related stuff, other than...
Yeah, they don't really tell you that much about the nuts and bolts. In general, in this business, people don't really... If you ask the really experienced DP, oh, what's the advantage? He'd take ages to give you a straight answer. They're not good at straight answers. I'm trying to give it to you straight. Yeah. I'm just thinking of when we're on set and things that have worked. Well, the body of the camera for these 4K cameras is very small. So if you are able to just shoot with the body, and you're normally not because you've got a viewfinder and a zoom lens and an audio cable sticking in there, but if let's just say you can pull all that stuff off and just use the body with the small-ish lens, you can do really cool handheld stuff. So you could even just hold it in your hands, maybe. So they're smaller and more mobile when they're stripped down, but of course most setups they're not stripped down. They've got all sorts of fucking modules and things plugged into them, which make them just as cumbersome as normal cameras, to be honest. But there is that potential, and people are designing more and more rigs so that works better. Going handheld and being mobile. I mean, documentary people love that stuff.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It will be very interesting to see that survival documentary come out and see, watching, analysing exactly how filming with 4K would have changed it. How does it change your behaviour as a cameraman? Because I remember you telling me that you were more discerning in your shots because there wasn't that much card space.
In theory, the camera operator should be more conservative with the card space, but camera operators don't like to hear other people's opinions that often. They're a very stubborn breed. I would be amazed if a guy was sitting there thinking, I'll save the card rather than try and get that great shot. If he thinks it's going to be a good conversation, or he'll just let it run. That's the sort of thing a producer tells the crew to do, and then they just completely ignore and do what they want. There is this thing about when you shoot 16:9, apparently you're meant to shoot like a 4:3 safe space, so you shouldn't shoot too much stuff around the edge of the image, because on certain people's TVs that won't show up.
Yeah.
It's actually the same thing for 4K when it's reduced down to HD. Some of the image gets trimmed, so that won't be an issue if your final thing is like 2K or 4K, but if your final thing is just 1K for TV, some of your 4K image does actually get a little bit trimmed, so you shouldn't shoot too much around the outside. Your framing should take that into account, the final thing. So I don't know, that's a bit of detail. How does it affect production? You should definitely say that there is a pressure more like film and be more conservative and not waste it, not shoot it, because it creates problems and work. It costs people money, actually. If it's a crap shot and it's getting like duplicated and then processed and put in the avid, that's all going to take time and money to do. So really, yeah, they should. I think it's a fair point to mention in your dissertation that there's a bit of a return to the film days in that camera operators are told to be more sparing in what they shoot.
I think Richard Salmon said something about how the way things are being shot is filmed more in a film sort of style anyway. Like, take the documentaries at Africa, that they were filming animals, but a lot of it was really story driven. They'd create the setting where these two, like the giraffe fight in episode 1, that was really sort of story based. You're there rooting for the original giraffe, and it's giraffes fighting, but you're involved in the story, and the way that that's filmed as well is very dramatic in a way that documentaries generally weren't.
Yeah, these new cameras are designed to have a very shallow depth of field, i.e. you can easily achieve the look where like you're sharp and the background's out of focus, which looks quite cinematic. So there's a tendency to film in that style, and that style has actually become popular through things such as the 5D. Like the 5D was always, well, it ended up kind of, it wasn't designed to do this, but by chance it mimicked the film style, and that became fashionable. And now these 4K cameras are continuing that thing about shooting cinematic shots with very shallow depth of field and things sharp and out of focus, or a face sharp but around the edges of the face where it gets to the hair and it starts to blur, because the focus is so sharply on the face. So 4K with the lenses that are designed for 4K, it is leading to like the prevalence of this particular style, which as I say is basically more of a cinema style, and quite a lot I think is influenced by the 5D and how popular that's been in the last 5 years.
Yeah, definitely. Just for housekeeping, what was the program that you filmed on 4K?
It was the Ukrainian entry for the Eurovision Song Contest.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Zlata.
Yeah.
Wait, I wonder where it is actually. It's probably up online. ZLATA, and the song was called Gravity. That's it. Gravity. Must have heard that 1,000 times that day.
God, I'm sure.
And
I'll have a little look at that, see if I can find it.
Yeah, me too. And the thing I'm working on now is called, don't know actually, it's like the 34th America's Cup, San Francisco. It's not got a name yet.
Yeah, I think I saw an advert about it way earlier last year. The boating thing, the Americans get pretty excited about it.
The boating thing.
The boating thing on the water, sport event.
Be the richest man win.
Yeah.
It's like a guy with $800 million versus a guy with $400 million.
What channel or sort of company is it for? Or
What,
is it
the yachting thing or the...
both, if you can remember.
The other thing was for a production company called Square Zero, and the yachting thing is for a production company called Mount Philo Films, and I'm pretty sure they've already sold it to NBC America.
I'll have a little look on online and see whether I can find any stirrings about that, because I'm sure if they are producing
I don't know, I got a feeling you won't actually, about the yachting thing. They're quite secretive, I don't know.
That's the problem, it can be really hard to find this sort of information out, because no one wants to, let their secrets go. I was originally going to write my dissertation on 4K compression, and then started doing some research and found, whoa, nobody wants to talk about this stuff. And if they do talk about it in conferences, you either have to pay to be a member or buy the research papers, which are all incomprehensible unless you know what it is about anyway. So decided to go to something a bit broader and easier to find information for, and it's still quite difficult.
But it's information that has value, so they want to sell it to you. They don't want to give it to you.
No.
It has value because, like, we need it for our work kind of tomorrow. It's such a current thing now. Like, it's become a bigger part of my life from when you mentioned it to me on day one in, when was that, March?
Yeah.
It's actually, even in that time period, it's become a bigger thing, which just shows you, like, it's obviously, like, becoming more popular, more of a standard thing to do in the industry.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
yeah, it's quite, the only bit that seems to be going slowly is the TVs. On the camera side of it, it is, if you're thinking big, you're thinking 4K, like, if you've got money, you're thinking 4K, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, I think there's after 3D and consumers feeling like they were having this gimmicky technology pushed on them, they might be a little bit more hesitant when all the people go, look, this is the next big thing. It's 4K, buy it. No, I don't trust you now. You said 3D was the next big thing, and there's no 3D anywhere. 3D films have actually gone down in the past year. Not last year, but the year before. I think there were 32 films that I think were released in 3D, and now that number's actually gone down. So maybe that's the beginning of a trend of filmmakers going, okay, maybe 3D isn't the next big thing, and we should start focusing on something else.
Did it kind of peak just after Avatar then?
I think after Avatar was the boom. That's when they tried to engineer the boom, because Avatar was so huge and it was 3D and it was, it was quite a big thing. I mean, there were a couple of films released in 3D before Avatar, but I don't know why Avatar sort of caused it was such a buzzword.
Here's an article on Avatar about how they had crazy amounts of footage and they had to, this is a bit like what we'll have to do. They had this computer of like 32 computers or something like that.
Yeah.
But I also read somewhere that Avatar, James Cameron's bought a load of these Red Epic 6K cameras for his next project, which could be a nice little nugget for you to chuck in. That they're seeing it as a top production format.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, yeah, I'll have a look at that. I think I'll stop the recording now. I don't have any more questions unless you can think of anything else.
No.